Hey, it's me, OGDuffy, and it is that time for Game of the Month. Whew, these seem to fly by. I'm recording one, and then the month's gone.
Life moves pretty fast.
It's nuts. But before we get into it, guys, as always, let's go grab a beer. Beer of choice this week. What we got for you guys? Now, I've been to that Eastern European shop near me again, and they do sell some great beers in there. Do try one out if you've got one local to you. It's even got a little bit of foil on the top. Look how premium that is. Sezu Premium Original.
Could you repeat that, sir?
5%. No. God, no, they don't know it's brewed. But hey, it's got a picture of an Xbox Series X and a controller, so it can't be all bad, eh? So let's peel the, well, it's not even peeling it, really. Ready? Let's wait for that. Oh, not much fizz to that. And a Camden Hell's beer glass. I do like these, nice dumpy glasses. Let's get a good pour in it. Right, it's nice and light, so we know straight away it is a lager. Now, if these beer bits aren't your cup of tea, just skip forward, guys, you know what I mean? But anyway, here we go. The taster here. So anyway, Sezu Premium, or Kesu Premium. I don't know. My foreign tongue isn't that great. Not much of an aroma. Strange one. There's a bit of an aftertaste. Don't taste it, typically, and then an aftertaste. But hey, guys, it's cold, it's wet, it's alcoholic, and it's beer. It's 5%. Happy days. I'll stick with this. I'll be having this again. Well, I don't think I've turned the beer down yet. But anyway, games of the month. Here we go. For those that don't watch it, I review the games that I've been doing this month, playing, etc. Any games I've completed, and then at the very end we go through everything, and I tell you my game of the month. I select one that is the overall winner. So let's kick off first with the arcade games I've been playing. The first arcade game I was playing this month was Wonder Boy, because Retro Red Steve sent me that challenge. There's the thumbnail. If you've not already seen it, check it out after this. And I really enjoyed revisiting this. I hadn't played it in such a long time. And it brought back so many fond memories. I remember playing it in the arcades, and I even reminisce about what was in the line, and in the row of cabs that I was playing it on, you know. So, but a good game. Plenty of value for money for your 10 pence, and certainly one worth visiting, guys. A great little platformer. Didn't finish it, but set a decent score, I felt, anyway. And but this next arcade game I did actually get round and complete. This is it. This game needs no introduction, I am sure. Golden Axe. Yes, I completed it. Did I do it in a single credit? No. Did I do it in 5 credits? No. I used a few replays on this. But you know what? I'm not bothered. I wasn't doing it as a challenge. It was just a bit of fun. I just liked to play it, and I just kept pumping the extra credits in. I played right through. Thoroughly enjoyable, and one I have such fond memories of, because I was massively into Dungeons and Dragons and that when I was at school, secondary school, and mate, this was sort of loads of the games at the time sort of resembled sort of Dungeons and Dragons type characters, with like your dwarfs, your warriors, your wizards, and Gauntlet, and all them other great games, you know. So to replay Golden Axe was still really good fun. I don't think it's a difficult game, far from it, but it's just one that keeps you coming to, you know what I mean? So they were the arcade games I've done this month. Let's see the console games I've been playing, and then ultimately my game of the month, of which there can be only one. Games of the month. I have been playing a modern title, guys. Oh yes, I have. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. Little OG, oh, he does have a little pop at me about this. But hey, I enjoy it, so I'll play it. And it is this. Overwatch 2 was recently released. I loved Overwatch 1, and I played so much of it. I really did. Because I find when I play COD online and Call of Duty and that, I find that I'm just so bad that I just end up getting yumped because I am so bad. Except for Cold War, I did alright on that one. But anyway, when I was playing Overwatch online with a team and that, I always end sort of top half of the table, so I'm not too bad at it, you know. And then when I heard they were bringing out Overwatch 2, got quite excited. Obviously, this is now free to play. All right, it's by Blizzard. They brought it out, and I installed it on my my Series S, the digital Xbox. And right, here's my general synopsis of it, my overview, guys. If you've played Overwatch 1, you know exactly what you're getting. The difference between Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 is minimal. There's nothing in it, really. They've introduced a few new characters, introduced a few new maps, basically they've done a typical update, which is what they used to do with Overwatch 1 anyway, and sold it and packaged it as a completely new game, which it is not. Okay? But it is now free to play. So if you've never played Overwatch before and you've got a modern system, install it and have a game. Honestly, it's still really, really enjoyable. What they're doing, I think, now to get their money in, it's selling you earn the money, you pay cash to get the skins. Whilst before, if you wanted like new character skins and emojis and all that old stuff, you had to sort of, you know, unlock boxes, earn points in game and unlock boxes. They've done away with all that now. It's now down to cash is king. You just get it, you want it, you pay for it. Which ain't me, I'm afraid. That's just not me. I enjoy the game still, and I have probably put this last month the most hours into it. I mean, I've been sitting there watching telly because I've my Series S in the front room, and Nick said, "Oh, I'm off to bed now." I said, "Oh, all right, I'll be up soon." And I'll put it on and play for an hour or two, then I'll go to bed. But it's still enjoyable, and now it's free. There's no excuse to play it if you haven't done so. But if you're expecting a major upgrade from number 1 to 2, you'll be very disappointed. But hey, it's free to play, so we can't complain. Which brings me to my console games of the month. PS2 Ready to Rumble. Obviously, round 2, the second one. Now, am I right in thinking the first one of this was on PS1? Was it PS2? Anyway, I've got fond memories of Ready to Rumble boxing. And I saw it sitting on the shelf. I bought this. It's £1.50. You can't go wrong, really. And I put it on, and I really, really enjoyed it, okay? It's just good boxing fun. But they sort of the characters and everything else in this, and I mean, and a guilty pleasure, but I got to punch Michael Jackson in the head. Is that wrong? I don't think so. Me, but hey, you might disagree. Yeah, you get to punch Michael Jackson in the head, so I quite enjoyed that bit of the game. But overall, it's a really, really good boxing game. It's tongue-in-cheek, it's good fun, and it's one that is very worth revisiting if you haven't already done so in a long time. But hey, needs no introduction for me. I think this is probably, if I had to say which system, Ready to Rumble, if I say to you now, right, ready, drop this in the comments, Ready to Rumble, what video game system comes into your mind? Am I right? Dreamcast? Does for me. Whenever I think of Ready to Rumble, I always think of the Dreamcast. So, well worth a visit. And the next game is this. I've been promising to play this game for a long, long time. And it's one that I've had up on that shelf for God knows how long. And I've never played it. I've never played it until now. As we know, October was the month of Halloween. So I thought I'd try this. Dead Space on the PS3. The first one, the original one. Never played it. That's a sin in itself, I know. My God, what a great game. The atmospherics, the tension, the building and everything on this was really, really good. I've probably put about 4, maybe 5 hours into this so far. And I will be returning to it, definitely. Such a good game. So, what was good about it? I think the combat system was brilliant. Like I say, the tension, like draws you in, is really good. And definitely worth a visit. Now, I've also got Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 3 up on that shelf, but I'm going to get this one done first. And I think what was refreshing about it was the combat system. You got your basic gun, and you can do different things with the guns and stuff, and upgrade and all that. But I think what was really nice was the way it's, instead of going for the headshots, you go for the limb shots. Blow their limbs off. There was something highly satisfying about blowing off the limbs of an alien. Maybe I'm just a sick git. I don't know. No, but honestly, it was just refreshing rather than a headshot, you know. And the buggers, they jump out on you from nowhere. And you're like, whoa. And it really does catch you. It's really tense. It's really, really good. So I'd have it up on here in the games room, on the telly there. And I'd have the lights off. And we had like the backlight from the backlit TV going on. And it's a really, really good game. I keep banging on and on and on about PS3. You guys must invest in it. Honestly, there's so many great titles and it's such stupid money. Cheap as chips. So that brings me now to my game of the month. We had Wonder Boy. We had Golden Axe, which I played through using multiple credits. We had obviously Dead Space, which we just looked at. We've got Overwatch 2 and of course Ready to Rumble Round 2. So it's between two really, and I would say the two that come down to really are Overwatch 2 and Dead Space. Now Overwatch 2 is not a new game, it's Overwatch 1 just regurgitated, new maps, a few new characters thrown in for good measure, so to speak, but free to play now. So hey, if you're strict with yourself and don't pay stupid money for a little graphic, then you'll be happy days, you'll enjoy it, you know. And then there's Dead Space. Great game, just really atmospheric, suckered me in, great story, loved it, enjoyed the combat on it. I thought the combat system was brilliant. So if I had to choose one, if I'm honest, I put more hours this month into Overwatch 2. Definitely, without a doubt. Because it's one of them things that, oh, just one more game, you know, and then you look at the clock, you know, I should go, I better got work in the morning, you know what I mean? It's one of them, it's good for that. But for originality, game concept, design and everything else, it's an oldie, but bloody hell, is it a goldie. Dead Space takes it for me for game of the month. I'm really, really enjoying it, and the PS3 is just bringing in so many epic, brilliant, amazing games that I just passed me by back in the day, and I'm picking it up now for like £1, £2, £3. They're as cheap as chips. So that's been my game of the month, guys. What has been yours? Drop me in the comments. What games have you been playing last month, and which one was your standout? And any high scores that you've really set yourselves, guys, let me know in the comments. I've been OGDuffy. You have been awesome as always. This beer is for you. Not half bad, that stuff. Get yourself down to your Eastern European supermarket near you. You won't regret it. Happy days.